Welcome back. If you've just joined us, you're watching Channels Television celebrating 21 years of professional broadcasting. Let's now take a look at some of the pictures you sent into our Eyewitness portal. First is this one sent in from Auchi Ekpoma Highway in Edo State. Our Eyewitness reporter wants the government to fix this road. Next is this picture of a flooded area sent in from Egbeda Akomonjo Road in Alimosho area of Lagos. Our Eyewitness reporter is asking the government to provide a good drainage system for the people. Staying in Lagos, our Eyewitness reporter wants the authorities to find a lasting solution to the hardship passengers experience at BRT bus stops along the Ikorodu-Oshodi axis of Lagos. From Ogulano Street off Brown Street in Oshodi area of Lagos State comes this next picture. Our Eyewitness reporter is also asking the government to fix the road. Staying with the state of roads, finally is this picture from Abibioku Street, Lagos Island in Lagos State. Our Eyewitness reporter wants the government to immediately come to their aid and fix this road. I'd like to thank all our viewers for sending in those pictures and urge you to keep them coming. Now, as the race for the governorship seat in Ondo State continues, the All Progressives Congress has taken its campaign to Okitipupa local government area. The flag bearer of the party, Rotimi Akeredolu, told the people that the party is committed to providing a functional education system if given the mandate to lead Ondo State.
Igbotako, one of the popular towns in Okitipupa local government area in Ondo State, comes alive as the campaign train of the All Progressives Congress makes its way into the town. Received by the cheering crowd and party faithful, the flag bearer of the party, Rotimi Akeredolu, his running mate, Agbola Ajayi, and other party executives leave nothing to chance from Ijuodo to Osoro down to Ilutitun. The reception by the people and at the palace of all the traditional rulers visited is the same. The town has been without electricity since 2014. The traditional ruler prays for the success of Mr. Akeredolu, who assures him that power will be a thing of the past if elected as governor. This is also echoed by some chieftains of the party to a large crowd of people.
We had light last in November 2014, and he has promised if he becomes governor, when he becomes governor, he's going to give us light. We have another need here. Our university is not properly equipped.
The APC flag bearer explains his other plans for the state, especially with regards to education.
The university here in Okitipupa has been abandoned, which is unfortunate, and I have said so repeatedly that we must do our part. I'm not keen on creating a new university, except if, for instance, our economy improves beyond bounds. But I don't see that one happening very soon. But it's better for us to make sure that what we have, we make sure we nurture it to international standard.
Assurances given and hopes raised. But how the people vote on November 26 will determine the future of Ondo State.
Improve the welfare of the Nigerian military. That was the message of the Bring Back Our Girls campaigners when they gathered in Abuja at a special sit-out to honor Lieutenant Colonel Abu Ali and other fallen heroes. The group maintained that only a well-motivated force can subdue the Boko Haram terrorists. They also charged the military to set up intelligence gathering in the fight against insurgency and be accountable to the Nigerian people.
Just looking at the duty allowances, the bonuses that they get, the kind of, the way that they are honored and the prestige with which they are treated as those who are executing that war at the battlefront, that all of that would make a big difference. So that in many ways, the psyche of our military needs to be so overhauled toward a sense that the entire society, especially expressed through the government, are with them, and that they are not left to their own fate. I think that's important. That's why not just we as BBOG, but all of us in the country have to put up a voice out there. We must demand accountability from our military. We must. The military establishment must be subject to the demand for accountability, and we never cease doing that. That's one thing. The other thing is the soldiers at the front line of battle deserve our support. They deserve our encouragement. They deserve our gratitude. All other countries around the world have those seasons when they especially show appreciation to their soldiers. We cannot make it a one-off event. It has to be something that's constant. And we hope that that spirit will see an expression in the motivation of our soldiers to even do more.
Meanwhile, the federal government has debunked reports that the presidency had engaged in some form of negotiation or ransom payment for the release of some kidnapped persons. The federal government, in a statement, explains that reports ascribing the recent terrorist attacks in Borno State to the government's negotiation of the release of 21 Chibok girls, alleging the exchange of $21 million for the girls, are false and should be disregarded. It adds that as a responsible government that is run on the basis of the Constitution and budgets duly appropriated by the National Assembly, there is no such money under any allocation to pay out outrageous sums of money as ransom. The tendency by lawyers to use legal technicalities to delay cases has become worrisome. This is coming from the Chief Judge of Rivers State, Justice Eyewitness Lamikara, during a court session to mark the beginning of the new legal year in the state. According to her, over 10,000 cases were pending in the State High Court alone in the 2015-2016 legal year, a situation the Chief Judge says hinders justice delivery. Our correspondent, Emmanuel Erei, reports.
This signals the start of the 2016-2017 legal year of the Rivers State Judiciary. Chief Judge of Rivers State, Justice Eyewitness Lamikara, gets on the podium to kickstart the ceremony. In the meantime, the state governor, Ransom, joins the gathering of High Court judges, some senior advocates of Nigeria, lawyers and other members of the bar and bench for the first court session conducted by the Chief Judge.
As we all know, the attitude of some lawyers and litigants also militate against productivity of the court and speedy dispensation of cases. I appeal to some legal practitioners who appear for parties in cases before our courts to be up and doing in the interest of speedy and fair disposal of cases in the courts.
Then time for speeches. A senior advocate of Nigeria, Onweze Okocha, submits that the new legal year comes at a time when the judiciary, according to him, is under siege.
I must say that I verily believe and will go by what I have heard and read, have not been denied or otherwise controverted by top-ranking members of the Federal Executive Council.
And when it was the turn of the state governor to make his remarks, it begins on a personal note.
It's likely that I may not go back to government house. And they ask me why. I might not have immunity, as they know. There cannot be immunity in this country because we don't respect the Constitution. 2, So anything can happen at any time.
The governor continues with a call to protect the independence of the judiciary.
For me, the rule of law and independence of judiciary are twin values that define the essence of any society that is truly democratic. While the rule of law subjects every citizen, irrespective of status or position, to the same ordinary laws of the land, the judiciary must be independent and effective to enforce the universal application of the rule of law. Absence of any or both values is a recipe for anarchy.
As the new legal year begins in the state, expectations are high that those entrusted with the dispensation of justice will continue to do so with a high sense of responsibility. Emmanuel Irei, Channels Television News.
Against the backdrop of the success recorded in the fight against insurgency in the northeast, leaders and opinion molders in the region have begun to discuss ways of curbing religious extremism. During a two-day Northeast Conference on Peace held in Damaturu, the Yobe State capital, Governor Ibrahim Gaidam asked religious scholars and leaders to wage war against the use of religion to spread violence. The conference, which drew participants from across the country and beyond, focused on fostering peace in the region ravaged by Boko Haram insurgency.
Restoring peace to the troubled Northeast is top on the agenda of this conference, which draws scholars and participants from the region to look at ways to stop the use of Islam to perpetrate violent extremism. Governor of one of the most troubled states in the Northeast, Yobe State, Governor Ibrahim Gaidam, wants religious scholars and indigents to wage serious war against the spread of falsehood that can trigger violence in the region. There have been many attempts to bring normalcy back to the troubled parts of Nigeria's northeast, and for the Sultan of Sokoto, this conference comes at a time when peace is really needed.
A long time now, it is gratifying that all these organizations and agencies have joined forces to kickstart the long and arduous process of rehabilitation and rehabilitation of insurgency northeastern Nigeria. And the theme of the conference is timely date. It seeks not to remind us and arrest the fact that peace and scholarship are the true legacies of the Borno and the Sokoto Caliphate.
Participants are hopeful that the conference will help sustain the momentum of maintaining a peaceful coexistence amongst the people.
The religious scholars, they should stay firm on the truth. They should not seek to be with leaders, political leaders, just to please them. We have been given the Quran. We should use the Quran for what it is meant for. That is guidance, not to use it for evil purposes, like some people do.
What really happened of recent about the issue of insurgency is not the idea of the people of this area. People of this area are known for peace loving and scholarship.
We should all come together, promote Islam, pray for the peace over this region, and ask Allah for His governance.
There are also hopes that through the conference, the inherent values of the North will be reintegrated into the minds of the people to blend the diverse culture, traditional and religious beliefs in the country.
Still ahead on the news at 10, ahead of October inflation data released next week, analysts at the financial derivatives company project a 0.3% rise in rate. That's on Business News. Join us again.